In 2026, the baby food aisle is under a magnifying glass like never before. Following massive congressional investigations and the 2025 rollout of the FDA's Closer to Zero initiative, the presence of heavy metals, specifically lead, arsenic, cadmium, and mercury, has become a central concern for parents. These neurotoxins are particularly dangerous for infants, as they absorb them more readily than adults, potentially leading to ADHD, autism, and developmental delays. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. While many of these metals occur naturally in the soil, industrial processing and certain high-risk ingredients, like rice, can concentrate them to dangerous levels. Here are 7 brands and specific products that have historically struggled with these contaminants, along with what top pediatricians now recommend instead. 1. Parents' Choice, Walmart. Why to avoid? Persistent transparency issues and high metal testing results. As of January 2026, Walmart's store brand remains a frequent target of consumer safety lawsuits. Investigations revealed that Parents' Choice products, particularly their organic strawberry rice rusks, have tested for arsenic and lead levels significantly higher than the FDA's recommended threshold for bottled water. The issue: historically, Walmart was one of the companies that initially refused to cooperate fully with government testing inquiries. Cons: even in 2026, testing has shown their carrot-based stage 2 purees frequently hit high lead counts. 2. Gerber, standard rice cereals. Why to avoid? High inorganic arsenic levels and recent discovery disputes. Gerber is the most recognizable name in baby food, but its single-grain rice cereal has been a major point of contention. In early 2025, Gerber was flagged by health officials for high arsenic levels, hitting 122 ppb, well over the 100 ppb limit. By 2026, they have faced accusations of producing gotcha testing data to hide contaminants during expert discovery and ongoing litigation. The issue: rice naturally absorbs 10x more arsenic from the soil than other grains. Cons: continued reliance on rice-based fillers in their budget line. 3. Plum Organics, Campbell Soup Company. Why to avoid? High lead levels in root vegetable purees. Organic does not mean heavy metal-free. Plum Organics has consistently tested high for lead in their Just Sweet Potato pouches. Because sweet potatoes and carrots grow directly in the soil, they absorb lead and cadmium more easily. Plum's processing hasn't always mitigated this risk as effectively as clean-label competitors. The issue: targeted by the Texas Attorney General in 2025 for unsafe levels of heavy metals. 4. Beech Nut, rice-based products. Why to avoid? Massive recalls and a complete exit from the rice cereal market. Beech Nut made headlines for recalling their rice cereals due to arsenic levels that exceeded even their own internal standards. While the company has since pivoted away from rice cereal entirely, their stage 2 vegetable blends, like pea, zucchini, and kale, were still subject to recalls as recently as March 2025 for high lead content. The issue: high inconsistency in their supply chain despite their naturals branding. 5. Happy Family Organics, Nurture. Why to avoid? The only company to test for and find high mercury. In the 2021 and 2024 follow-up reports, Happy Baby, Nurture was the only company that even bothered to test for mercury, and the results were alarming. Their teether crackers and certain fruit pouches were found to have levels that would be banned in other food categories. The issue: their healthy snacks often rely on rice flour, which acts as a magnet for toxins. 6. Earth's Best Organic. Why to avoid? Significant levels of cadmium in grain-based snacks. Earth's Best is often the premium choice at local grocers, but testing has shown their organic whole grain barley and rice-based snacks often contain higher levels of cadmium than competitors. Cadmium is a heavy metal that can accumulate in the kidneys and bones. The issue: despite their organic certification, their soil management practices for grains have faced scrutiny. 7. Sprout Organics. Why to avoid? Lack of transparency and testing data. Sprout Organics was one of the non-cooperative brands during initial government probes. In 2025 and 2026 reports, they have been criticized for making it difficult for parents to access testing results, often requiring lot numbers and best-by dates just to see a basic lab report. The issue: high lead levels in their fruit and veggie pouch blends. What pediatricians prefer: the safe list for 2026. Pediatricians are now steering parents toward brands that undergo third-party testing, specifically those with the Clean Label Project Purity Award, and emphasizing a whole food approach. 1. Serenity Kids. Why pediatricians love it: they test for over 200 heavy metals and contaminants. The difference: they focus on high-quality proteins, grass-fed beef, wild-caught salmon, and avoid high arsenic fillers like rice and sugary fruit juices. 2. Cerebelli. Why pediatricians love it: developed by a neurosurgeon. The difference: every batch is tested for heavy metals, and the food is specifically formulated with nutrients like DHA, choline, and iron to support brain development during the critical 0 to 3-year window. 3. Once Upon a Farm. Why pediatricians love it: cold-pressed and fresh. The difference: founded by Jennifer Garner, this brand uses high-pressure processing, HPP, instead of high-heat pasteurization, which preserves nutrients and avoids the thickening chemicals found in shelf-stable jars. 4. Little Spoon. Why pediatricians love it: fresh, made-to-order delivery. The difference: by cutting out the middleman and the long shelf life requirements, they avoid many of the stabilizers and additives that can introduce contaminants. The safe starter strategy. If you want to minimize heavy metal exposure in 2026, pediatricians suggest 3 simple rules. Ditch the rice. Replace rice cereal with oatmeal, quinoa, or barley. Peel your veggies. If making homemade food, always peel carrots and sweet potatoes, as lead concentrates in the skin. Rotate your proteins. Don't rely on the same pouch every day. Variation is the best defense against a single source of contamination.